the heavyweight division for the championship of the world.
Unprecedented reign now includes the title of World Grand Prix Champion.
Here comes Rico Verhoeven. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner. This legendary glory unbeaten streak dates back 13 years, over 4,000 days. As a professional, 65 wins with 10 losses, 21 big wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, 1.96 meters, and he weighed in at 265 pounds, 120.3 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands, he is the reigning and defending heavyweight champion of the world, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven.
Talented and terrific inside the ring. Rural farmland on the edge of Shipinski. Amidst the deer and the hills comes the intelligent, mercurial.
And the first bout in the last 8 features the world champion from Ukraine.
The most skilled and sensational of amateurs, cruiserweight undisputed king, now heavyweight champion, undefeated, held for power standout. And what support he has given and he's got from his beloved Ukraine. President Zelensky urged Oleksandr to return to the ring, and here he is.
And now making his entrance to the ring from Ukraine, champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Protect yourself at all times. Any questions? No questions. Tough love you want.
Heavyweight championship, 5 rounds, happening anywhere else. There's a right hand.
Jab the body overhand right.
Back on the ropes. And he caught him straight with the right again. Tim just can't get out of Rico. He was supposed to up the output.
He will kick with it as long as he can.
Rico!
You see what I mean?
Body shot was really protecting that championship boxer as well, but he's
ounce. The best word is
Rico's first of the smaller man. Out himself here. Through the right feet. Ziggy's tugging.
years of kicking things.
Let's say, like you said.
Paul needs to be careful for Rico's overhand right.
He doesn't look ready to get punches, you know?
He'll chip him away, but just seems to be one step ahead.
So far, he's been stuck in the mud. Nice.
Setting up that.
Left kick switch. Just controlling the fight.
Quick 1-2. But it's a good boxer. I mean, that was quick. Textbook.
When he front kicks me.
One of the biggest combat sports events ever is set to take place at the Pyramids of Egypt on May 23rd. Oleksandr Usyk, widely considered the best boxer in the world today, will go head-to-head with Rico Verhoeven, one of the greatest kickboxers of all time, who has recently stepped into the world of boxing. Ahead of the fight, Rico has been extremely confident, openly claiming that he has studied Usyk's weaknesses and believes he can knock him out. During the build-up, his bold comments grabbed a lot of attention, and one particular statement left a strong impression on fans.
Why I think I'll beat you is because I'm bringing something different to the table that you haven't seen before. You've seen everything there is in the sport of boxing, and I know you're a champion, you have a champion mindset, and you've been watching all my videos and dissecting everything, and your team has been doing that, and you've been getting sparring partners and as much information as possible, but still, I'll bring something to the table that you haven't seen before. That's gonna be the difference, the biggest difference, and that's gonna be the reason why.
That's real confidence. But here's where it gets interesting. Rico kept doubling down on his belief. He told the media,
Well, when I land my best punch on him, of course he will go down because it's like a 20-kilo weight difference. He's like a build-up cruiserweight. So, and I'm like a naturally born heavyweight. So that's a big difference. So that's what's gonna happen if I land my best shot clean. And if not, yeah, we're just gonna win.
And then he said something that made a lot of people raise their eyebrows.
Knock his head off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm, like I said, I'm like 55 pounds heavier. So as soon as I hit him, it's gonna be something different.
You're gonna knock his head off?
Of course.
I think he's only been knocked down once. He's never been knocked, and that was a low blow. He's never been knocked down. You're gonna have to go some, Rico.
Oh, what an opportunity I have here. I'm gonna shock the world in front of the pyramids in this crazy scene. It's like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. That's why I'm so excited.
That wasn't just trash talk. It was pure confidence. Rico Verhoeven truly believes in his skills and has spent the last 6 months preparing for this exact moment. He's been training under Peter Fury, one of boxing's most respected coaches, and throughout the build-up he's repeated the same message again and again. He's bringing a completely different style, something he believes Oleksandr Usyk has never faced before. But when Usyk was asked about Rico's bold claims and non-stop trash talk, his reaction was exactly what fans have come to expect from one of the most dominant fighters in boxing. He stayed calm, unfazed, and completely confident. During the press conference, after Rico promised he would drop Usyk with his strongest punch, Usyk simply stared at him and replied,
"A bad predictor." We'll see.
That's it. Just 2 simple sentences. That's the way Oleksandr Usyk handles everything. He never gets distracted by hype or mind games. Of course, he respects every opponent he faces, but deep down, he doesn't believe anyone can truly beat him. And considering what he's accomplished, it's hard to argue with that mindset. Usyk has dominated almost everyone put in front of him. He defeated Tyson Fury twice, despite Fury's massive size advantage at 6 feet 9 inches and over 280 pounds. He also beat Anthony Joshua 2 times and most recently stopped Daniel Dubois in just 5 rounds. At this point, Usyk looks unstoppable, focused, disciplined, and constantly proving why he's considered one of the best fighters in the world. So when reporters asked him whether Rico Verhoeven could be dangerous, Usyk calmly responded,
"It's a fighter, it's a dangerous guy."
Very.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but for me, it's not easy walk.
Yes, but for me, it will not be an easy fight. That short response from Oleksandr Usyk showed that while he remains confident, he's far from underestimating Rico Verhoeven. In fact, Usyk has approached this fight very differently from his previous matchups. Knowing Rico comes from a kickboxing background, he completely adjusted his training camp. He brought in unique sparring partners to mimic Rico's movement and striking style, and even studied kickboxing footage to better understand the angles and rhythm Rico could bring into the ring. So even though Usyk appears calm and relaxed in public, behind the scenes he's clearly taking this challenge very seriously. What makes the matchup even more fascinating is that many of boxing's sharpest minds have already shared their opinions on it, and most of them seem to agree on the outcome. Still, they give Rico a lot of respect for daring to take on a fighter of Usyk's level. One of those voices is Tony Bellew, a man who has actually shared the ring with Usyk and understands his style better than almost anyone. And according to Bellew, the reality of facing Usyk is something completely different from just talking about it.
The only worry I have for Rico is there's nothing that Oleksandr Usyk can't do. And I speak about this in multiple ways. This guy bullied a guy who's 6'9" and 20-odd stone in Tyson Fury. This guy went toe-to-toe with Daniel Dubois and bullied him and outfought him and made him stop. This guy outthought and outfought Anthony Joshua, a guy who's bigger and stronger and possibly even quicker than him. And each time he adapts and adjusts. No matter what is put in front of Oleksandr Usyk, he figures it out and he finds a way. I've never seen a fighter in the history of the sport who is able to adapt on fight night the way he does.
He's got A, B, C, D, E, F game plan, isn't he?
Maybe Sugar Ray Leonard, maybe Sugar Ray Robinson are the only two I've seen who are able to adapt and adjust on the job. And it's not adapting and adjusting on the job against the journeyman, Anna. Yeah. It's against elite fighters, and I don't see that.
But Tony Bellew, who actually fought Usyk and got knocked out by him, he's got some really interesting perspective, Tony said.
Went in with a game plan, and the game plan was going perfect. Short counters, draw them in, counter his lead, make him reach as much as you possibly can, make him miss as much as you can, then counter with right hands like that. But what I didn't foresee is getting tired. And at the start of round 8, I was at
I love.
That's what makes Usyk so dangerous, and it's something people often overlook. He doesn't rely solely on power to defeat his opponents. Instead, he slowly breaks them down, frustrates them, and forces them to work relentlessly just to reach him. By the time they realize it, they're already exhausted. Eddie Hearn, who promotes these fights, also had some interesting praise for Rico.
In terms of this one, I'm sitting next to the man, so I've got to be a little bit careful, but I said to him down there, I'm going to have to tell the world, you are crazy. This guy is crazy. I mean, he signed up to fight Anthony Joshua. Unfortunately, after the tragedy, that fight didn't take place, and then he signed straight up to fight Oleksandr Usyk. But what that tells you, he has a huge amount of confidence and a huge amount of belief. He has a great training team. He has Peter Fury, who knows heavyweight boxing inside out. And what he has is dynamite in both hands, and hands like shovels as well. But he is fighting, in my opinion, not just the pound-for-pound #1, but one of the greatest fighters across any generation in sport. Oleksandr Usyk is one of a kind that I think we've never ever seen before. I think we should appreciate him while he's here. And now you have the pound-for-pound king of boxing against the pound-for-pound king of kickboxing. It's going to be an incredible event. It's heavyweight boxing, and anything can happen. As I said, this man's got a pyramid to climb on May 23rd against one of the all-time greats. But something tells me with a look in his eye, he's coming to win. He believes he can win, and we'll see if he can do maybe the impossible on what will be a night that I think boxing fans will never forget in Giza in Egypt on May the 23rd, live on DAZN.